everybody? Welcome to
Okay.
the Women's Chat. We have the beautiful, wonderful lunatic mom, wrong side,
Oh, thank you. Hi, everyone.
and we
So,
have me. We haven't decided a discussion, I think, today before bed, but
oh,
the
yes,
grandparent side of them, they're allowed to have.
let him have it.
Yeah, but then also you got the bystanders of, well, you should do that even though they did that. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've ever noticed, but like when you were younger, I'm pretty sure you got your ass tore up when you did something wrong.
Uh-huh.
And I guarantee now that you're becoming a grandma, it's going to be don't you hit that baby.
Oh, yes. I already told them.
Even though they got their ass whooped too.
Yeah, I probably would go as far as maybe, to put in a timeout or something, like, to kind of teach that baby that it's not okay to do all kind of stuff.
Right.
But as far as like what, the kids, like, when you have your own kids, then it's kind of like you learn a bicycle, you have to fall on the floor first before, right? This is already past 30 some plus years, over almost 40 years. So then the baby now, that's going to be like, okay, this works and this doesn't. So let me try that and that.
Exactly with my dad. Like my dad was a stickler for things to be done a certain way because he has OCD,
Mm,
and he would always yell at me about, "Don't you do that to my grandbaby? Don't you do that to my grandbaby?" It's like your grandbaby just did cut her own hair. Now I gotta take her to the, you know, I gotta take her to the barber shop. Of course
yeah.
I'm gonna be upset. Well, maybe if you maintain her hair. She has your hair. You take her. I used to make him take her to the barber shop so often. And she had this white curly hair.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was just like my dad's.
Oh my
So
goodness. So that's
every
why.
time she went to um yeah, I can have it by 9 a.m. The grands is kids is going to have a sugar high from hell. Yup.
Well, as far as the sugar, I'm kind of very, very leery about it because of the diabetes that runs in the family
Right.
on both sides.
So
So maybe not that.
you're not gonna be the sugar
No, not
grandma.
the
What
sugar
you're gonna
grandma.
be
No,
is the one
another
that
way. Yeah,
you're gonna be the
another.
one that nope, the grandbaby can have it.
Yeah,
That
the
kid's gonna
baby
walk
can
through
do
the
this.
yep,
Yeah.
and the grandkid's gonna walk through the store.
Uh-huh.
Mommy, I
Yeah.
want the unicorn. Okay, here you go, baby.
Yep, that's
Or
it.
I want the football. Football.
Yeah, I already
I
told
know
them.
damn well as soon as dad get finds out the gender, either it's gonna have every football
Oh
out
yeah.
there,
Oh yeah,
or
that
it's gonna have
definitely,
a
like
princess.
the baseball stuff, even with the little girl, because like I said, we have two girls, but they also have shirts that they have with the Bears or Cubs.
Right.
So every time when there's any like special like games, important games or something, he made every one of them to wear the shirts.
So in other words, the grandbaby's gonna have it.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. He already is like talking about, oh, I'm gonna buy him this, I'm gonna buy him that, and he's already talking about it. That it's a boy, and he said that he's going to take him fishing, and I'm like, no, you're not, because the poor child's going to fall in the water because
Just
you're
put
not
a
going to pay
life jacket
attention
on
in
it.
it. No,
Just put a
because he's
life
gonna pay
jacket.
attention.
That's why you go out with, so that way he can fish and you can play
Oh
with.
my God, my and especially the boys, they loved it to go fishing, and I'm like, oh my God. And Kyle would always like The way that he would like just look at it and jet right there, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna fall in the water, he's gonna run in the water, he's gonna run. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. So I told him, I said, I'm gonna tie you up on the leash.
See,
But no,
I was raised around the water.
no, see, I'm just very scared of water because of what had happened to me. And
Right.
because I feel that I would not be able to jump and to save the baby, that's what scares me. Because
Yeah,
I was
I have
drowned
a
twice at high school.
oof. I have
Yeah,
a
that,
feeling lunatic dad would not allow anything to
oh
happen.
no, no, he would not. No,
Uh, that
no,
kid
he would not.
tied to him.
Oh yeah, he would probably hold him in his arm or whatever. No, but definitely, yeah, we already talking about it and everything else. And the other day, I was like, yep, because I was doing something, and Megan's like, oh my gosh, I can see that doing it to the baby. I cannot. You're not gonna let nobody touch nothing. You're not gonna let nobody to do nothing. I'm like, yep, because everything
Braxton
has to
says,
be.
"Grandma, I want a pink chocolate bunny rabbit for Easter."
But that's gonna be only for Easter.
They'll get the seasonal candy.
Yeah, they only gonna get it like, I'm not gonna take it away completely from them, but I will like not overload it because yes, you need everything. And I'm gonna teach the baby to eat dark chocolate so then it's healthier for than just a regular chocolate.
Right. And dark chocolate, it has a lot of beneficial
Yes,
aspects
benefit,
to it.
yes. Instead of just sugar wise. Yeah.
Dad says my grandbaby will be the better half of me.
Oh yeah.
I already told
Yeah.
mom before we even started the live that I could see you waking up for work every morning.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing you do after you take your morning pee is run down there. Grandma,
Oh,
I want
definitely.
peanut butter fudge for Michigan. Yeah,
No, I
Cody
cannot
does.
have peanut butter. I'm allergic to peanut butter.
Cody does that to Abraxas's mom,
Oh my gosh.
but Roy does it to his sister, and we always get fudge.
Oh my goodness. No, I don't. I do like fudge, but I'm allergic to peanut, so I cannot have that.
So
So
here's what you do: you make white chocolate fudge or dark
right,
chocolate fudge
right. That's what I would like
or
probably do.
fudge brownies.
Yeah, that would be probably better. Oh my goodness. That's
But
gonna be
yeah,
a
I
lot of
could.
changes in here because all these kids have to adjust because number one, they are very loud people. They stand in front of each other and yelling, like screaming, talking. I'm like, what are you freaking people yelling at each other for? No, we're just talking. Well, you're standing right in front of your faces and you yelling. Like, are you deaf or something? So I told
Lunatic
him, I
Dad's
said,
gonna start smoking outside. He's
oh
gonna
yes,
have to
oh
do his live
definitely.
streams outside from now on.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, he already said no smoking in the house because all the boys are smoking. So he said, nope, no smoking in the house and nothing. So that's gonna be out, and I'm gonna be in heaven then because I don't like when they smoke in the house.
Yeah, I can so
Oh
see
my
you guys.
goodness.
Dad's gonna wake up at what 1 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Yeah, he wakes up at 12:15.
He's gonna go to the bathroom, go
Uh-huh.
downstairs, grab the grandbaby, quote unquote, say it was crying,
Yep.
walk back upstairs, have his breakfast, and
Uh-huh.
hand you the baby when he
Yep.
leaves for work.
When he leaves for work, yes. Make sure you
Unless he
nothing happens.
decides to put a car seat in the truck with him.
Oh my God, no, that would not happen. I would be
My
freaking
dad
out.
used my dad used to put a car seat in the garbage truck,
Oh my gosh.
and every day he went to work because I used to live in the town he picked up the garbage in.
Yeah.
His first stop would be at my house at 4 a.m.
Oh.
and I would have to get up and bring my son upstairs just so he could ride with grandpa in the garbage truck. And then if my daughter was late for school or what, or when it came time for my daughter to go to school, he would pick her up in the garbage truck and bring her to school in the garbage truck. Then
Oh
he
my
would pick up
goodness.
the garbage at the school and
Yes.
then drive my son home and head home. But he had that every day. It was first pick up Jordan so I could focus on getting my daughter ready for school. And Jordan loved it. He was like 2.5. And he just loved that he got to go to school with or ride in Grandpa's garbage truck. And then he would pick up my daughter so, grandbaby didn't have to walk. Because
Right.
God
No.
forbid.
Oh, definitely. No, that's gonna be, oh, everybody's gonna be really attending because every one of them already talking about it, how what each one of them gonna do, attend to the baby, how they're gonna do it, and nobody's gonna touch the baby. They're gonna be very protective of it.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. It's got all the aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
So this child will not go for nothing. It's gonna be spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
It's gonna get bullied at school and run home and go, I want Uncle Kyle. If they picked up
Oh, the baby don't want me to come home and crying that something happened at school because they're gonna hear my ass.
it's not even gonna be the mom. It's
No, it's
straight
not
up
gonna be
gonna
mom.
be
I'll be there first. They probably gonna hold me down not to let go to school. In your kids because you are too busy of life, like to
right.
attend it, to do stuff.
And
But
once you
then
get that
when
grade,
the grandbaby comes in, then you have a little bit less of responsibilities
right,
because you already got stuff done and everything else. So then you attend to the little baby.
exactly. And grandparents normally uh spoil the grandchildren. Now, like my grandma, we were spoiled, but we weren't spoiled as in like what most people would think because my grandma had let's see here, my uncle had 5 kids and my mom she had 8 grandkids. So
Okay.
it wasn't we were spoiled in that way, but like every day of the week she had a grandkid at her house.
Right.
There was a lot of times that because of this situation I was raised in, we were living with my grandparents. And at first it was you're not allowed downstairs because the upstairs was ours, the downstairs was theirs, and it was dual.
Hmm.
And they put a stove and all that stuff upstairs for cooking and stuff. But my grandma would always come up and be like, I can smell what you're cooking. You and Dan can eat that. My grandbabies are gonna have whatever I'm cooking.
Uh-huh. Tomorrow or today? Today is Sunday. You were talking about it Monday. Okay, so what time? At 12? We gotta leave at 12? Okay. Well, if you can make me a coffee, my cup is right there. Yes, please. Decaf. That one, the little one. Yeah, that's Megan, and I have to. I told her I will take her because she needs a ride at 12 o'clock. So we just got to 12 o'clock to be able to talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's in like an hour, so we're good.
yeah, no, we good. Yeah, that's the
We're
baby mama.
good.
And I session way, like they said that you don't refuse to do, mice will eat all your stuff.
right.
They said, like, like old fashioned, like when I grow up, I was, they always said, and one time I guess like my mom was saying that someone like a family, like like sisters, that one sister was kind of needed a help, and she went to the other one and asked her, hey, can you help me with some money till I get paid, because like they would get paid once a month, not like we would pay here.
Yeah.
And the sister told her, no, no, I don't have any money, so I cannot help you. But she knew that she was able to help her just a little bit to make it to the payday. So apparently, the mice got into her box where she was holding the money, and she ate the money.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So they said never refuse a pregnant woman.
See,
So I'm like, wow.
that was the thing. Like, my dad never, I was a lion onesie.
And that's okay.
I will probably have 10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay because
That child ain't gonna want. You ain't gonna be able to buy that child anything because they're gonna buy that child everything.
exactly. So the baby, and like I was trying to already tell the parents, I said, don't go overboard buying the baby a lot of stuff, because the baby's growing every month till like at least 5 years old.
Right,
And then they start slowing down a little so they can wear their stuff a little bit longer.
right.
So they like, oh, okay.
Well, you need at least, I'd say, about 21 outfits for the baby
Yes.
because
No,
figure
when they little, because like you have to change them and everything. So yeah, but not buying overly too much, because those are gonna be already small on the baby.
exactly.
So
But if you figure 21 outfits per week,
mhm.
well, that's about 3 days worth of outfits, give or
Yeah,
take. Because babies spit up, they have blowouts, it happens. But so you got about 21 outfits for 3 days, and that's if you want to do laundry every 3 days. And nine chances out
yes.
of 10, you're going to
Oh
be the one
yes,
doing all the laundry.
laundry definitely. Probably because the baby, sometimes when they drool, they spit, and they puke, and sometimes when even they crap on themselves, it goes all the way up to their head.
Yep.
Oh,
When they're
where's my
sleeping in.
milk? Oh, let me go put it in. Damn it, I don't know. Thank you. I don't know.
How far
You
along is
forgot.
she?
4 months.
So she'll be finding out the gender soon.
Yeah, she's got a doctor's appointment on February 6th, so
Is she
we're
gonna?
hoping that we be able to see.
Are you gonna be do a gender reveal, or are you just gonna
No, I think they wanted to do that.
gender reveal?
Yeah, but they said they wanted to do it like maybe in a March that is a little bit warmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know damn well Dad's gonna be. Hey, hey, what's the baby? What's the
Uh huh.
baby?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the sole purpose of them finding out what the baby is so that way they can go out and buy everything that baby's gonna need.
Right.
A crib
Right.
that goes
For
into like three
like to
different beds.
prepare. Yeah, like to
Right.
prepare for it.
Hi, babes. Um, it's gonna be literally okay. Well, the baby needs crib. What theme are you going with? Um,
Right. Thank you. That's fine.
and literally, it's gonna. Yeah, I can see it now. That kid's gonna be spoiled rotten at grandma's house. That kid ain't gonna want to leave grandma's house.
Uh, and then because my husband already said that. Oh, he was talking to Megan the other day. He's like, oh, you have to buy the baby's bumpers so the baby doesn't hurt himself when it rolls around.
Yeah,
And
it
she's like,
you,
what's a bumper? I wish that when we had kids, well, to have certain things
he's the
available.
financiers of the family. To make me happy, I'm the financiers. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's gonna have all the gear, every single fucking football team.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't forget about Grandpa, lunatic Grandpa. Grandpa, he's gonna. Well,
Oh,
he's like the great grandpa.
yeah, he was already, he actually bought the baby already little things. He's so excited. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I just got him just a little bit, like a little blanket and like a little, like, a couple of the bibs and like a little spoons, like the plastic spoons
Yep.
that you feed the baby with." And I forgot, and I think like couple ounces. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's nice."
He's overly excited. It's
Oh
the
yeah.
first grandbaby too.
Uh huh.
By like the
Yeah.
ninth, you're just gonna be like, okay, another grandkid.
Yeah. No, it's like, see, we kind of, because we feel like our kids are all more than old enough to have babies.
Right.
Because think about it, by the time I was like in 30s, I already had 8 kids.
Yeah. See, and my daughter, she can't have kids, and my son don't want kids, so I'll never be able to experience the life of a grandparent.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because at the end of the day, do my kids need kids right now? Hell no.
Yeah, sometimes, like, because like our daughter, the one, the older one, she miscarried 2 babies, and she really would love to have a child, but right now she's kind of trying to comprehend, and she trying to get herself like prepared for it, because they said that she has the blood disorder, that
All
it
right.
was blood clotting, that
Yeah,
yeah, that the baby wasn't getting enough blood, so
right.
that's why.
They have medication that she can
Yeah,
take
but
for
that's
it.
why they told, well, there's cigarettes in the car.
So you made me go all this time without a freaking cigarette?
Well, because I'm talking.
You made me go this whole time
Yeah,
without a cigarette?
you need to
And they've been
slow
sitting
down.
in my car?
Yeah, you need to slow down, because you need to get prepared when the baby shows up. You're not going to be smoking in here.
I know that. I gotta go out in the
Okay.
fucking garage.
Outside.
Feel it. Garage.
Outside.
I'm communicating.
Well, there's still a lot of months of negotiating, so by the time we get to the end, it's going to be outside.
See, the garage wouldn't be bad as long as they have the garage door open.
Right, which is, but they go, even sometimes they go to the garage smoking, but they stay by the door right to the house instead of going
Mm,
all the way to the other side and open the garage door. I'm like, what do you people don't understand that?
it travels
So,
through.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see Doug putting his foot down and being like, no, outside.
Megan, can you do me a favor? Can you go open the door and tell him that the cigarettes are right above the mirror, that you click the little button and then there is cigarettes in there?
You hit his cigarettes at him?
Of course I do. Well, I don't want him to smoking 3 packs a day, so he has to slow down.
Oh, true. Well, he don't smoke all
And
of
the
them.
car is locked. Of course,
Lock
it's.
the damn car. How do
Yeah, I
get in?
did.
How do I get in? In your ass?
You open the car. You get the keys and open the car.
Yeah, but if you'd have said, bring the keys, car's locked, I would have done that instead of me going outside.
No, no, no. You should know that I always lock my car.
So are you gonna get? You guys don't have a minivan, do you?
The what?
Minivan?
No,
Are you
no.
gonna get one for the just to make
Nope,
sure the
because
grandbaby's safe?
no, I can put the chair in my back seat because I'm the one driving, and then when Dad's home, then we drive only in a car, nobody else.
Right.
So I can fit the baby because we have a 4-door cars that I can open the back door, so I can put the
Yeah.
car seat in it. Yeah.
Are you gonna get the nice swivel one so that way you just swivel the
Yep.
baby?
Uh
Yep.
huh. So it can be right there, so I can see him.
Yep. I already know you're gonna put the mirror up so that way you
Oh
can see
yes.
the
Oh,
mirror.
definitely.
Yeah.
You
It's
have
gonna
to.
say grandbaby on board. You hit me, I'll kill
Oh yeah.
you.
Definitely, because see, think about it. I already had very bad experience with my children, so I'm like already panicking right now if I would have to drive the baby anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No, I just went ahead and grabbed them.
Did you lock the door?
Which door?
The car.
There's two kind of doors I look at.
Did you lock the door in the car?
Yes.
Okay.
Why got me so anal?
No, you.
He'd like. Oh, stop. That's
No,
it.
because see, like when my daughter, the older daughter, when she was like 2 years old, when I would drive, she would crawl out of the freaking car seat.
Oh,
She would maneuver herself to get out of it. And
yep.
then she's standing in there. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. One time I was driving Kyle to the doctor's office for his regular visit shots. And that little shit opened the door on the highway.
Oh, they have child safe locks now.
I know they do, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, this kid's gonna freaking us fall out with the car seat out. So I have very bad panic attack. I'm already like trying to figure out how am I gonna get myself not to die when I'm gonna have this baby in there.
Have somebody else drive, and you sit in back with
Oh
the
my
baby.
God. No, that definitely, because believe me, all these freaking kids, and like
Unless,
Lawrence,
like,
he would stand in a car seat, like he would stand there, and I'm like, what are you doing? Well, I'm still in a car seat. No, you're not in a car seat. You stand.
do.
No, I do believe that, but I'm just saying, like, I have so much anxiety from my kids that I know what they did and everything else, that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to pay attention to this poor little baby so he doesn't get hurt, he doesn't do that. I'm gonna give
Right.
myself a panic attack.
Before the baby's even born.
Oh, believe me, that's why I said I still have a couple months to kind of get myself all settled in and like give the time and then see what happens because I'm
4
already
more
right.
months.
Yes, that's it.
You're
So
all
that,
excited about it.
yeah, I am. I'm actually like really happy and excited, and I'm like, benefit babies are blessings, and I really, I come from a big family, and even like extended family. We had a lot of kids, like that we grow up, my cousins and everything. Because my aunt had 8 kids, my mom had 7, my other aunt had 5. Like so, we all grew up as like one family.
Yep.
So we always been big family, and my husband grew up with his 8 siblings. So it's like
You
I
both
love.
come from very big families.
Yes, we both do, and I really do love it.
My dad said 3 was enough.
Well, that's the way that I like, like because we are very strict Catholics that, they
Yeah.
say that God gives you, kids and everything else, and that God won't give you more than you can handle. So that's what I believe. So
I technically had 4 kids, but I only had 2. Um I only have 2 living.
okay,
Yeah, my dad spoiled the hell out of those 2.
right. Well, I was always told like the saying is you should have at least 3 kids because one is for you, one is for the world, and one is for God.
Right.
And then whatever everything
Well,
else
God
after
took
that,
his too, so
yes, right.
therefore, I owe him nothing on that aspect. He took his 2 back.
Yes, right. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why I always like, I'm always happy when there's a big family because you have to be prepared. You don't know what anything can happen.
Right.
And you just have to pray that everything works out and everything's going to be okay. So
Exactly.
that's the only thing I'm hoping for. And I'm praying that everything will work itself out and the baby's going to be healthy and everything. So that's good.
Yeah, that's the way I definitely feel at this point in time. Like, especially with my son's illnesses, they're all genetic.
Right. Yes.
Him having a kid right now or ever is not in the cards.
Right. No, I understand because believe it or not, like even though our kids they have ADHD and I'm always like really stressed out and Lawrence has very bad sensory disorder. So it's kind of hard for me, and I'm kind of worried that I hope the baby's not gonna take the generic from it.
Well, sensory disorder ain't that bad. That's just
Oh
like
yes, it is bad.
it's
It's
that
bad.
bad.
It's that bad. It's everything, and the touch, smell, taste, and hearing. Everything.
I have a sensory disorder. That's
Because they
why.
say it depends. What is it? Because there's four things. It's ADD, ADHD, Asperger's, and sensory disorder. So
Right.
it depends which one it affects you more, like how bad it is. So like the other three boys, they have, Steven has ADD, so it's like a little bit less. Kyle and Matt have ADHD, which is the hyper type of thing that
Yeah.
it's high, and Lawrence has ADD and sensory disorder, but Lawrence got really bad sensory disorder when he anything, which is the taste, the texture of a food. That's again very picky. The
That's me.
smell, that is really outrageous. Like the smell also, like even some certain things, like you know that if it's a foul smell, then nobody likes it. But
Right.
him, it was anything that was higher that he was able to deal with, he would scream and everything else. Oh my god. and and hearing, so if anybody would start like louder, or like sometimes you call out hey, like loud,
Yeah.
he would not, he would panic. Everything. It was really bad.
That could explain a lot with me because at the end of the day, I certain foods I could not eat at
Right.
all. Like I'll put it in, like try it, but beets, that's one of them. I will not eat beans at all unless they're in my chili, and that's because I hardly notice them in my chili.
Right, which
But
is sometimes you have to cover up with other things.
right,
So then if the other thing has a better texture that you actually like, your taste buds and everything else like it better, then you don't recognize the other one. Because like
but
Lawrence, when he
not
was
somebody.
younger, the only thing he would eat is cream of any kind of cream of soup, like cream of chicken, cream of broccoli, cream of mushrooms. But if you would make the same kind of soup but just a regular, he would not touch it, and he would only
Exactly.
eat mashed potatoes. So then when he got older, like he was about maybe 9, 10 years old, then I start telling him, you have to try this. So I would tell him, like like meats or anything, I would cut up on little pieces, and I said, you have to put it in the mashed potato and you try it. If you like it, then you're gonna eat it that way. You can mix it with your mashed potatoes, because it was little pieces.
I
Then
can't
I
have
would
my
add
food
on,
mixed.
yeah, but that's why, because that's OCD. That's me.
Right. Like my food
But
cannot be mixed.
right, but I also put, like a little bit of vegetables that I mixed it. So then he would start eating that. So then when he got a little bit older, then when he would go with his friends or this and that, so then he would like, okay, so he kind of more likely was trying to try it on his own. And then sometimes when they tell him, okay, try it, you're gonna like it. So then he learned the taste. Like he actually at school he had like occupational therapy, because he didn't like anything that he would touch, like cold, hot, or any like a
Right.
different type of touch textures. He didn't like it. He would have to be taught that this is okay, and he would have to be explained that this is plastic, this is metal, this is
Yeah.
that. So he had to learn all that.
But at the end of the day, there is so many ways that you can help the baby
Hmm.
if it does have that.
I am already pro at this now, because believe it or not, when Kyle was born, and by the time he was 2 years old, I already knew that he has ADHD.
Right.
And when I took him to the doctor, and they were kind of shocked, because when I took him to the doctor, I said, is there anything that you would be able to run a test or kind of know what to look for, like the signs of it, if he has ADHD? Because I think he does. And they looked at me like, how do you know? Well, because he does this and this and that. Oh, how did you learn that? Well, because I have three other one at home.
It's in the genetics,
So that's when they said, yeah, definitely he does have ADHD.
okay?
And actually, before he went to school, I actually signed him up for pre-K, that I went and took him for evaluation, and they
Yeah.
actually allowed him to go early. So
Yeah.
he would learn how the, like, because it's a learning behavior, like you have to learn the structure. So by the time he had to go to kindergarten, he was good.
See, and my kid's been in school since he was 2 years old because of all of his disabilities.
Right,
He's been in
right.
school since he was 2 years old. So I told that's at this point in time, he's like, haven't I been in school long enough? I should be graduated by now.
Right, right. Which is that's what happened. Like, like I learned all that through the other kids,
Right.
So I'm already kind of on alert to observing the baby, because I even know that I wasn't aware of it when Lawrence had sensory disorder, and I could have known that early enough, because when he was even a baby, I couldn't hold him. He would wiggle himself and cry and everything else. I couldn't even hold him to feed him or anything. And I had to put him on a bed and everything else, and I just propped his bottle, and then that's how he would eat.
Which they tell you not to do, but kids with
But that's
disorders.
right. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that that was happening. So yeah, eventually, like slowly, by the time he was like 6, 7 months old, that he was able to tolerate it when somebody would hold him. Because like I said, that's a learned behavior. Like, you get comfortable with things.
Right.
So that's why, and I wasn't sure, like when actually, like when he went to school, and they were asking me questions like, how was the pregnancy, how was he when he was a baby, this and that. And when I explained to them, and they like, oh yeah, he should have gotten the help way back, because he was showing all the signs when he was even a little baby.
Your husband just said, I believe being grandparents is the best, in my opinion.
Probably because he cannot wait. He's already like so prepared.
Right.
And he's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and nobody's gonna tell me nothing. I'm gonna do this for the baby. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm surprised he's not paying medical bills, honestly, at this point in time.
Yeah, no. He's like, I'm only directly hands on with the baby.
Well, I will tell you, Larry, they have this 3D scan that you can see the baby
Oh,
in
they
3D.
said that they're gonna do that. They said they're gonna do that.
It costs about $1,000.
How much? 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it costs a little money, but Megan's mom, I guess she said, or Megan's aunt, she said that she will pay for that. So she already offered them. Yeah,
So,
she offered them that she will pay for
somebody
that to
took
get the
lunatic
3D.
dad's job.
Oh no, so because like Megan didn't even explain to him yet, and then he was like, "What are you talking about?" Because when she was saying that her aunt offered that,
Yeah,
like because I guess her aunt offered it when she found out, that she's pregnant.
right,
So she's like, "Oh, if you want to, I can when the baby's a little bit, like when you're gonna be like 4 or 5 months, then we can do that 3D,
right.
ultrasound." So she already offered that. So he wasn't sure. He didn't know what is it, and she was explaining to him like, "Oh, you can see the baby's face and everything."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my gosh, that's creepy."
No, it's actually really awesome. And once you get to see that baby face, it's just, oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
So,
wish they had 3D ultrasounds for those things.
oh yeah, that would be nice.
Get to see, pick out your puppy beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott, probably not. He said that the Megan and Lawrence can leave, but the baby stays.
Yep.
So, but now I think that everybody's gonna have like the experience like we haven't been prepared for, because yeah, we have seen kids, family members and little babies and this and that, but
But
it's
not
like
a
kind of your own. Yeah,
grandbaby.
like it's your own. Like you feel the ownership of it, that
Yeah,
it's your baby. Yeah.
yeah. Nope, I will never let the baby go home. Right.
Yeah.
You forgot something, Dad. Your home will
Well,
now
thank you, Scott.
be your home will now be the grandbaby's home.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah, definitely. No, it's like it's really exciting. And even like the kids, like, even though we have six boys, but they all even talking about it that they cannot wait when the baby comes in. And I'm like, okay, so you guys cannot be talking the way you guys do, even to each other.
Yep.
Because that's not a joke. Because what about you guys going to be talking amongst each other? The baby hears it, and let's say the baby goes out in a playground and everything else, and he starts talking to the other babies. Aren't you going to be embarrassed? So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is something that everybody's gonna have a like a learning experience of a change.
Right. It's going to be a change, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a change for the
For
better and
the
not
better.
the worse.
Yes, it's for the better, definitely. Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
It's almost like having poopy dogs.
Oh yeah. Because like when we brought Hera in here when she was a little baby, she was so little. Everybody was like, "Oh, look at the little baby! Look at the little puppy!" Everybody was like, "Now she's like old and everything." Hera, stop doing that.
Right. Everybody wants the puppy, but when the
But
baby.
nobody big. Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer a big. I hate the puppy stage. They're so rambunctious, and
Yeah.
I mean, I have two puppies that are in the kitchen and living room right now because once again,
Oh,
my house is split between two dogs and three dogs,
yeah.
and I would rather let out every one of these older dogs than those two younger dogs
Yeah,
because
because the
they
youngers are like,
jump and
yeah, they are more like the older dogs. I guess they are more calm, like that they like kind of listen, like they learn the behavior, so they listen, kind of that when you tell him this and that. But the little one that they're just looking at you like, oh, okay, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like all hyper and everything.
right. Just wait until it pees on you, Dad. Just wait until it pees on you. And if
Exactly.
it's a boy, you
Oh
can
yeah,
you put it on the couch
you can count
so
on
its
it.
butt is facing you, and it will still pee on Dad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you got to remember, little boys pee this
They,
way.
yep, they go out and not to the face.
I had to laugh one day. I was changing my son, and in the middle of changing, he pisses all over himself and his
Oh,
dad.
oh my gosh.
Did I stop it? No,
No,
because I
because
was
it was
dying
funny.
laughing.
That because it was funny.
And his dad's
Definitely.
like, "Can you cover it?" Nope.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But yeah, little boys they will pee upwards. Little girls pee downwards. Therefore, if it's a little boy, make sure their ass is towards you, and if it's a little
Uh-huh.
girl, make sure their ass is towards dad.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
That's like I'm
Definitely.
sitting in my chair
Uh-huh.
until
Oh
I
my
put it on
gosh.
your lap to change it.
Oh yeah. Definitely. That would be something. That would be really funny. That when he holds the baby and sometimes when they have the diarrhea and it goes up all the way on their back
Yeah, and
and
then
then,
scream, "Give the baby back!"
oh yeah, definitely. He's gonna be do that. No, he's not gonna be. He's gotta be changing that too. He's not gonna just
Right?
get the nice part of it. Yeah.
Well,
That's
being a
when
grandparent, you can literally yell at the mom, "Come change the diaper," and
uh-huh.
then now
And
give
then
me
give
my
the
baby
baby back.
back.
Yep. That's it.
That's the joy for the
that's
grandparent.
that's the good perks of the grandparents.
That and when they get older and they're in their own home, you can. Why is my grandbaby not here
Uh-huh.
every weekend and have it?
Every
Yeah.
oh yeah. My mom did that with my kids. Like when she would say on the weekend, I had to drop them off every Friday after work and come and pick them up on Sunday before night because they had to go to school in the morning. And I always like, and then on Saturday, if I would call and I'm like, so she's like, what are you calling for? I'm like, we just want to know if they want anything to eat or, what do they? He's like, what do you think? I haven't fed them yet. I'm like, no, I know that you fed them, but I'm just saying because, like, The four boys had ADHD and Lawrence had the sensory, but she learned what to make for Lawrence. She always make him
Right.
something different, and then the rest of them, she just did whatever they asked for. And one time I was like, "Well, do you want me to bring something?" And she's like, "No, I already fed them." What did they eat? I went to McDonald's and I bought him food. I'm like, did what? Because she never wanted to buy ever McDonald's because she said that's
Once
disgusting.
again, once
But the
again, that
babies asked.
grandparents right.
So their kids ask, "Oh, we want McDonald's, Grandma." She went to freaking McDonald's walking and got them food. And I
And
told her, I said, "If I buy them at McDonald's, you yelling, screaming at me, what did you do that for?" Well, because they asked for it.
which once again goes into the topic of
Yeah.
grandparents parents that turn into grandparents. They
Oh
go
yeah.
soft. Well,
Oh
the
yeah.
grandbaby wanted
Oh
it.
yes, definitely, definitely. She had stuff hidden in a cabinet for every each one of them all the time. And as soon as we got there, they knew where to go to get their stuff. I'm like, "Mom, what did you do?" And she's like, "Well, that's for them." I'm like, "I told you they cannot have this." "No, yeah, they can have it. When they come to my house, they can have that."
Yep, and that's exactly what it is. And it's like, okay, why did I get that when I was younger?
Right.
Oh, you did from your grandparents,
Yeah.
which once again, strict ass parents turn into soft grandparents.
Yeah, and then it's kind of it comes like to the point of an argument because like you in a way want the child to respect the parents what they want, but then you feel like no, they don't have to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The double standards is hysterical, but I totally get it.
Yes, definitely,
Because it's not
definitely.
your responsibility to take care of the hyperness. It's not your responsibility to, you know, make sure everything's perfect. It's your
Right.
responsibility to spoil them, give them whatever the hell they want, and
Yes,
then
to
send them
have
home to
fun.
mommy and daddy.
Oh yeah. And that's why I told them, I said, for that reason, I said, yeah, if they're going to come over, I'm going to just give them some chocolate and some candy and everything else to get hyper on sugar. And then I'm going to tell them, oh, now you got to go home. So you got to stay with your mom and dad. And if you're going to bitch about it that they jumping off the walls, well, you have to figure out how to handle them.
Right. So are you taking the baby to Disney World?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Not when they little, but like at least when they like maybe 4 or 5 years old, that they
Right.
would remember that.
Right. Are you leaving the parents at home?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
unless they're gonna pay for themselves.
You stay at home. We're taking the kid and we're going on vacation.
And we going because
Wait.
like
You need the parents there so that way, you can make sure you sleep.
right. No, I understand, but that's what I'm saying. Like if they're gonna pay for their own stuff, I'm gonna take the baby, pay for all the baby, all the stuff and everything else. But the parents have to take care of themselves.
Right. The parents have to take care of their own shit, and the grandparents get to go to Disney World. It's the grandparents' responsibility to keep teaching the parents.
Uh huh.
It is, but at the same point in time, the grandbabies get what the grandbaby wants.
That's it.
And if it's a little boy and it goes through gun safety and all that, I can see grandpa going out and buying its first,
Yep.
gun so
Oh,
it can go
definitely.
deer hunting with grandpa.
Oh yeah. And that's what he cannot wait. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do this with the grandbaby. I'm like, what about it's a little girl? She can do that too.
I, hey, at least he ain't sexist on that part, okay? I've seen so many grandparents being like, oh, no, it's a girl. It's got to be a princess.
No, not always. There is time for everything, and that's when the babies learn, and especially little girls, that they can take care of themselves and they can
Right.
also be ladies. That
Exactly.
all can be learned.
Get a bright orange dress, a deer hunting orange dress, and
Mm-hmm.
it could go out uh
Oh yeah,
hunting in a princess dress.
definitely, definitely.
That way, she's the princess of the woods.
That's it. And like how many movies are like that 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 about the princesses that they go with their animals and everything else. You can show them that.
Actually, they have electronic dirt bikes that you could get the kids. My daughter had one.
Yeah.
It was battery operated, so it went like
Oh.
5 miles an hour at tops. But she loved that thing. It had training wheels too.
Oh, okay. Well, we got Kyle a Jeep that was a battery operated
Yeah,
when he was little. So we got him that, and he would ride that thing like crazy. And I was like, oh
they
my
have this
gosh.
little thing for babies when they're like 6 months to a year old.
Hmm.
They can ride it up to like three, where it's like it has the
With
little
your
things and
hands.
it can drive in circles and whatnot.
Oh,
Most
okay.
kids love it. I'll have to send you a picture of it, but I can already see the baby having one before it's even born.
Oh, yeah. We just have to find out the gender, and then everything starts.
It's by gender, so or
Yeah.
it's gender neutral, so that way, what I did with my daughter, and everybody says I was wrong for this. I would buy camo dresses because everybody'd be like, "It's a little girl; she needs to be in a dress." Well, my favorite
Okay.
colors were camo.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, everything is for everybody, and everybody should be neutral, not separating, because that's when people grow up that, oh, it's just stereotyping. Oh, it's only this way or this way.
Right?
No.
No. So I was the smartest that went and bought camo dresses and camo hoodies, and
Mm-hmm.
my dad goes, "She's gonna turn into a little boy." No, she likes having her, face done, her hair done, looking
Right.
pretty,
Right.
but she also likes being comfortable at the same time.
Yes, definitely.
As long as the baby is healthy, that's all I truly care about. That, and you get to be a grandpa and you get to spoil the hell out of them.
Yes, definitely. That's what we're saying. As long as the baby's healthy and the mom is healthy after the baby's born, and they all can get it good and take care of the baby and themselves, then that's what I care.
Yep. That
That's what
and
I
making
care
sure
about.
the house is baby proof.
Oh, definitely. That is going to be crazy here. The other day I was watching on Facebook, it was showing like that how baby Houdini, they put it baby Houdinis. Like, they have the baby gates and everything else.
Yep.
And those poor little babies, they learn how to climb the thing over.
Yep.
So, so how are you gonna put the baby gate over when the baby climbs over?
You put it up
That's
enough.
crazy.
You put it up enough that they can't crawl under, but yet it's harder for them to crawl up. We have
Yeah,
to do
but
it with our dogs.
right, but the one baby, they showed it that somebody did that, like it was enough
All right,
from the
Scotty, love
floor
you.
and everything else, and then it was the baby just went crawled up enough on the gate, and it went over on the handle and lifted up to open it.
Right, babies are
And I'm
fucking
like,
smart as
you
hell.
gotta be kidding me.
Babies are smart as hell. We have a
Oh
baby
yeah,
gate, and our dogs just jump over it.
yeah.
In order for like us to
I'm watching the time. Okay, I won't miss it.
what does she got going on today?
She has an appointment and she needs a ride. So I told her I will give her a ride and then somebody else will pick her up. I'm like, okay. So that's good.
Hey,
Oh,
Hello.
there he is.
it's Chris.
I've been here watching the whole time. I've been keeping track of the time and all that as well.
I figured
Uh,
you were doing the
Okay.
whole thing. We could see what you were posting.
would you guys like to say your final words at least?
Yeah, definitely.
Beauty
I
first.
really. Okay, go ahead. You can
I
do it
said
first.
beauty first. You first. You're
Oh, my
beautiful.
goodness. Thank you. Well, I just want to tell everyone that I really enjoy talking to everybody and whoever comes in and, listens to us. And sometimes it's a nice subject, and sometimes I don't know if people like it or not, but I really do like to talk to everyone and see that you guys enjoy themselves. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me over.
We love you, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. We hope you enjoyed our live stream. We try to do it every Sunday. Next Sunday, I'll figure out a topic we could do. We normally try to stay
Come here if you want to
on a
talk to them.
topic, and we hope that you guys have an amazing day.
Yeah. So that's really nice, and we can figure out something. Or if anybody has any idea that I would
Yeah,
like to
any
have a
idea?
discussion,
Comment down below.
they can make a comment, or they can, like send a message. I don't know if you guys can send a message on the, stream or something.
Yeah, they can get
That
a
would be
hold of
great.
us.
Yeah, that would be great.
I just figured today would be a great topic since Dad's so excited about being a grandparent,
Oh
and
yeah,
so
he
are
is.
you.
Yeah, really, really, like it's really something to look forward to. It's like a very exciting because you love your children and everything else, but then when then the baby comes around, then that's a lot more excitement because it's twice as much because you already love your child and now you love your grandbaby.
Here's a
Exactly.
rule of thumb: punish the kids by spoiling the grandkids.
Like,
I can already see. Well, you won't get it for me, so Grandpa and Grandma will get it for me.
yeah, definitely, because
Or
that's what I told them. I said, or even these uncles and aunts, because the baby's gonna have quite a bit. So then, if somebody's not gonna do it, he's gonna threaten. Okay, you ain't gonna do it. That one said it. He will.
so here's the
Right.
thing: there's 7
Six
uncles and
boys.
aunts,
So
right?
that's five. That's 5 boys. That's 5 uncles and 2 aunts.
Right. So at that point in time,
Sheesh.
that point in time, you all pick an age and you buy 21 outfits for each age.
There you go.
Definitely. That's it. That's it. That would be great. Yeah.
Dad's in the back
Okay,
doing
well,
disco.
yeah, he's in the background because he wants to say something for a minute, and I have to take Megan. So I really
All right.
appreciate you
Love you,
guys, and it
Mom.
was
Yep.
really nice talking to you. Bye. Have a wonderful
Bye.
Sunday.
And we're